What's up, fellas?
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Here's the longtime Bronco, Jason Elam, to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Emmett. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Fields going to change things up here. Second down, here's Emmett again. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. All right, Charles, quick Emmitt Smith story. You've heard of the Madden video game, right?
I have heard of the Madden video game, well, no doubt about it.
The legend goes that Coach Madden said players used to come up to him all the time and complain that their ratings were too low. The only person, though, that came up and said, hey, mine's too high, Emmitt Smith.
You're kidding.
How can you rate Emmitt Smith too high? That's the question.
Boy, talk about humble. That's taking modesty to a new level.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A first down carry for Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, here's Smith again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. From the gun, here's Fields. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
No muss.
They snap it to Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A pretty typical Emmitt Smith carry right there, Charles. Sets him up nicely for 2nd down.
You would think we would know better having watched him through his entire career, But let's be honest, you thought that was going to be about a 2-yard run, didn't you? I mean, I did. I know I did. And he always turns it into more. Typical
Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says.
Right.
That's caught. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Six nothing our score after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Brady going to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas.
And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 6.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. Drops it to Jones in the flat. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Complete to Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Jets have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So after the INT, it's Brady. They set up the screen to Emmett. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Elam's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here comes 3rd down at 7. Play action. Now it's Brady. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Byron Jones getting to him from the secondary.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here we go, Sly.
Smith trying to run for it. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Here we go, Sly.
Here's Fields. Look at the big fella go.
That red zone press overpowered.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Brock Bowers from 8 yards out. And the Eagles have retaken a third-quarter lead. Fields trying to throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points.
Bowers is wide receiver number 1 is a cheat code in life, I'm telling you.
I love how you described it because you know
Can't match up to him without what he gets.
as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on
Booty! I made an adjustment!
Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
I get back from earlier.
Thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third
Just
quarter.
gonna get him out of that 3-4. He thinks he's gonna get it. Bowers! Oh man, I should have been put him there, bro.
So they try for 2
It's a
successful.
cheat code.
And that bumps their lead up even further. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now Brady to try again after the pick-6. And he goes
I know how to blitz. Yes, I do. Something can take away from you.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points.
Boom!
And this time they take their man down.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Brady now to throw.
Boom!
As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where
Watch
you
this.
can't afford too many
Quads.
of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure
Pick
out what
up.
they can do to crack this defense.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot
Boy, just throwing it up. Guess what I got?
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out.
He gonna have to make. He gonna have to put everybody on.
Go over right at the 10-yard line. Fields.
Open up the next man. Let's go.
Philadelphia. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the
Bowers. Oh my God, about the cheat code, fellas, for Mutt.
One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard
Bowers
line.
is like unguardable.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here. Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Jimmy is just throwing up lollipops now. He don't know how to read what I got on the field. He got old Tom Brady looking like shit. He's being pressured. See, I wasn't run the ball this game, but Brock Bowers is showing me the light over here.
He throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Now Fields.
Motion type block. It's a one-on-one. Keep going to that buck zero. Thing is, I know how to stop that shit. One thing stops it. Boom.
Their goal now, keep it to a long kick.
Bowers.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Brock Bowers with now his 2nd touchdown of this
What's going through this man's mind right now?
Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final
Starting to
seconds
sound
of
off
this
on
3rd quarter.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw.
Bowers.
And this is going to be caught. It's good.
Somebody stop him, bro.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory.
Yeah, we kick it over his head.
Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off
Goes
folks on the other
empty.
sideline now.
Anytime they go empty, they have no protection. I am free to send the house.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards
Get
yet.
rid of it quick so they can be clock.
where it's a pass first
I put up
league,
32 points in the 3rd quarter.
not many
What the
teams patient
fuck?
enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to
This man was up 10-6 at halftime. Oh shit, bro! I told you, second half, I'm a demon, man. I just started sounding off once I see what you like in the first half. We just start taking advantage of this shit. You let the trips have bad week, so I need to get an overload off that back side. I'm actually go 0.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Brady to throw.
Shit there.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Brady. He's going to get that
Man,
to
I'm
his
expecting the
running
running
back
back to break free like that.
Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And did he
Tackle.
get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on
Roddy
3rd
put
down.
on him.
That sets up a 1st and goal.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Come on, why?
Gets in. He's got a Jets touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Said I wanted to run the ball. You know how to stop Brock Bowers.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
They don't know how to stop Brock Bowers.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up.
And they're giving away Antonio Gates. I picked up the center, but gotta level him up before I start him. And they're giving away Antonio Gates.
Something that you're trying to practice, right? That you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it.
A little bit faster.
This game's pretty much done for them.
In the edge 0.
Good coverage there.
I did cover 0, so we're going to do it. That's my block. We're throwing it deep with Bowers.
Don't jump. Ready?
Now it's Fields.
1-on-1.
He's going to rifle one deep left.
That's what we do this time and time again. Come on, Bowers. Get that one.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense.
It's on blitz.
A little bit too.
Here's Fields.
Come on, I pulled it back, man. Hate when they do that.
Passing attack, even though that one was incomplete. It's been
not tired.
In this one, it's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Man, possession, get on the ground, dude.
And they turn it over. The Eagles
no better than that.
They're on fourth, and the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles.
This shit's flying.
Intercepted for the third time thus
far. In the right spot.
Picked up by Robert Spillane. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there.
Who's stopping him, bro? To be honest, he gets that matchup nightmare in your quarter.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Probably could do some high routes.
2 yards to go, second down.
I guess that short crosser could be a problem with.
Back to throw, Fields. That's to Bowers once again.
Boy, kill him across the middle. Kill him across the middle. He's going to start happening.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions from that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say.
He thinks he's going to try to blitz him.
Why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier.
Bowers! That's over.
As they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here.
I threw it to the other guy. He couldn't get off. That's where Antonio Gates is going to take over. He's going to take that spot as my number 2. When I get him.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
So that heat,
Probably
the
not much
Latino
they can do at this point,
heat.
CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a
Go
while
empty
back because
quads again.
one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout
I gotta
status,
go.
I think we knew who was going to win this
Zone.
one before we got to this stage.
Second down and 3.
Here we go. Hurry, 70. Go.
Throwing now is Brady. It's Kelsey on
Really?
the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Brady.
Two adjustments.
Intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off
Now
by
Brady
Jones.
fast.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick
That soft spot on that isolated receiver, man, he gonna take him wherever he goes, especially if ain't nothing crossing underneath. He's gonna give him a little slight underneath. So if they run like anything coming back, the soft spot take it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
That teleported. He still ain't fixed that. Boom! Boom! Boom!
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard
I should have showed that boy how to run it 3-4. But you just keep coming out of empty quads, but we're gonna see.
That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing after the interception.
Oh, safety. Safety. Oh, he's trying to call a timeout. You gotta put the ball to me.
As they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Oh, man. Got it with his own little blitz he was trying to use.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Here's Hester.
Wrong field's going off, and I ain't even through for 200 yet. Okay. Mm. Bunch of cards I'm not going to use. Make sure I activate him just in case, because he gonna be the staple. Once I get him up, then we can work. We gonna use Matador right now, but when he get the identifier, I really won't need the omniscient, to be honest. I'll probably just find someone with like a cheap threat detector or something. Maybe he'll get linchpin for free. He already gets it for free, but that's gonna start costing. So just trying to see. I think he gets like 2. Okay, so he gets a bucket free here. He gets omniscient free, which sucks because he already gets identifier. I could put like the two protectors on them. But again, that'll cost me like 1 AP. Probably take me a little breather because I am a little hungry right now, and I don't want to get into it too deep right now when I'm hungry, but might make some changes here because I got mid and elite, deep elite, short elite, matchup nightmare, red zone threat. Like he is going to be a problem in this offense with all that shit. Like he catching everything, especially if he lined up in the slot. I don't know. I'm not gonna have like a lot of AP. I wish I could give him Slot-O-Matic for cheap. That would be good. I mean, I can give it to him for 1, but that deep elite, less to desire. But if I give him Slot-O-Matic, that's better than mid and elite, I think, or short elite. I can actually just go Slot-O-Matic. See, that's only give him red zone threat, but he has deep elite, so deep elite is 1. Ugh, I hate this shit sometimes. Ugh, let me use the restroom. I digress a little bit. The dude is nasty. Getting wide open. Now bear with me, my grass man here. Hold on. It possibly takes me in a bit. Definitely want to try to figure out the best abilities I can put on him. I need to look at the thing because you're asking weird questions, my guy. It's part of the healing process. You got to eat. All right, let me see. What all you get in here? $95 overall. And again, these players for free. Nah, you being weird, bro. Man, you being weird, bro. Oh, I got a coin. Need that. That's cool. All these are 92 plus elite players. I love they're all 92. The 95 is Smith. Like 250 tickets. For the strategy item. Tickets. So you get a 92, but I already got one of them for free, I think. So it's down. So you get those players back to back. More tickets. Option pack. More tickets. So I'm getting 193. 293s. $393s. 93s. Four. 94. 294s. Need to write this shit down. 1. 394s. 295s. So it's 394s, 395s. 495s. 196. 296. 396. 496. 197. 297. 198. 397. 298. And 199. Another 98. So you only get like 198. Gotta think of how many players you get. 5, right? Buy a pack. Got my kicker. You got a little bit more kick power. Full vision of kick art. I don't need the ice, so you give me precision. focused, and zen. We good. Just don't use them right there. Like I can sub them in if I need to. No, that shit costs 5 AP? Oh, that sucks. It's not aware. So I'm either Zen or I'd rather go Zen. Because I can, yeah. But you gotta activate them. And then does that work? Yeah. So you activate them first and then you sub them. That can get me like another honorary lineman. Once in compressing, I can bring them down to the box as a safety. You don't put Gardner Johnson there at all. Because at the end of the day, I'm using Woodson where I want him anyway. He's on that backside. One thing I hate about him, man, he doesn't get any free or cheap abilities. Eagles theme, he's 86 speed, but he has that 99 zone. He'll be solid. Obviously, just there for special team with that hit power. Definitely going to take advantage of it. And he gets that motivator. Might have to get rid of Bankert. Let me see. To increase. Okay. Boost. Mikael Williams. Awareness, speed, acceleration. Awareness, speed, acceleration. Then I get speed, acceleration, and then the +4 awareness. So, how much am I really benefiting from that? He already gets decent speed. His awareness goes up. He's at +5. I'm assuming he gets a I gotta find one of these guys on defense. He goes, his speed maxes is +4. So you're only getting the +1 from the quarterback, the +2 from the Raiders, and +1 from the Eagles. So you're only getting +4 total. So I'm trying to see, that's not really going to hurt my offense if I get rid of Bankert. Just trying to see. It's going to hurt him because he has the +4 speed. So he like either needs that or yeah, well, see, it's not going to hurt him in terms of acceleration. It's just going to hurt him in terms of speed. He'll be like 98 speed if I take Bankert off. He's going to hurt Jukins. Oh. Oh, sick. Oh, question is, how long do I want to keep these guys? You know, Jukin's nasty with that buff. He gets 99s, but boy got a +6 acceleration. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he needs the buff too. Without the buff, he ain't gonna do nothing. Thinking. I think at the end of the day, ain't nothing to it but to do it. If anybody on for squads, bro, 'cause I got the team. But he says, "Oh, I'm gonna play today." Well, it's today. We're gonna find out.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying.
People messing up their own blessings, man. I'm telling you.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Welcome, everybody, to the booth. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Ewert for this game. And Brock, as a former quarterback, I know your focus is on the offensive side of the ball ahead of this kickoff.
Yeah, these two offenses are so fun to watch because the best offenses in this league, Kate, they're about trust. And it just pops out. When you study them during the week on the game film, you just see it. They trust one another. That's head coach, that's coordinator, that's play caller, that's to the quarterback, and then certainly the 11 on the field. Both these groups are getting it done.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is
Well, I ran right into him.
and the Eagles get to it. Well, this one's certainly off to an exciting start, partner. Hopefully this is the type of energy we're going to see the whole way today.
Defensive coaches, Kate, love to say, steal a possession, find a way to steal a possession. Well, they stole it on the very first play, and now put their offense in the driver's seat.
They've got first down from the 31. Throwing now, following the turnover. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Go.
Fields now on 3rd. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens will have it shy of their own 30 after that tackle. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at
And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Return starts at the 9. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 11. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he reaches the 35 before going out. They're now set for 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready?
Shotgun snap to Fields. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
I guarantee you QB wants that throw back. I know most are perfectionists, and when it's caught just a bit out of bounds, you know it could have been just a little more accurate.
Right.
2nd down and 10. Fields. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Alpha, 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 alpha. Here we go, side. March right. Stay high.
Another throw for Fields. Complete here to Bowers. And he goes out. Just needed one more step to reach midfield. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
Here we go, side.
Tight end going in motion here. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Dropping back to throw. He's got Bowers working the sideline. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. The play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. Ready to
all right.
our 2nd quarter. The Eagles.
How much? 35, right?
They're looking at yet another.
You got 5 on you or 10? Okay.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Here we go. Good.
Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty.
Go.
They'll run here following the penalty. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Here we go.
Fields to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Good.
Offense in the hurry up here.
Sit high.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Fields now on 4th. It's the 2-minute warning now from the lake. It's the Ravens, about set to begin their drive. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
When you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
This is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. He's loaded another one up. You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
with how hard it is to get an open look downfield. Can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Finds a man right side. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Taking a big shot for the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it's going to be second down.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Middle.
They give it to him again. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
The drive picks up here. First and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Cut near the goal line. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Huh.
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout, so that's their first. Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, son. Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken. Right.
Out of the shotgun, Fields.
I
That one is
got getting
incomplete,
breaks.
and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Here we go. Press, butt right. Right.
Fields out of the gun.
Yo, can we get PI?
Barely intercepted again. Ted Surtain has it. And the Ravens will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his
Game. Twice he did that, he ain't flagging. Trying to run squad, it's so much easier to do this shit in squads, man. Until I get me a team. Just be like, oh, I want to play today, and then let's send them an invite. And they're not there. They don't want to play today. missing their blessings, man. I understand people work, but waiting, waiting, waiting.
But we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy, relies primarily on college students for expanding its sphere of influence, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. On infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead
Follow the devil I take from those who have, and give to those who want it, until I had killed the incentive of the ambitious.
friends, my and other radical left-wing groups who are terrorizing innocent, destroying jobs, hurting businesses, and burning down buildings.
Going into this one, to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game, that's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Remember, they are coming after me, because I am fighting with you. That's what's happening.
Greetings, fellow thought criminals, and thank you for joining the insurrection. I'm Michael Albert. This is Derek Evans. It's another glorious day in America's new golden age, and we've got a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do, man. We've got an awesome show lined up for you guys here today. Super excited about it. As always, guys, like, share, subscribe, all those good things. If you're watching live, as always, hop in the comments. I read all of the comments. It helps shape the show a lot. And then I also do my very best to give shout-outs, kind of like this. We've got Kelly Song and Dan Dreyer over here in the Rumble chat. We got Obliviously over here in the Getter chat. And then we've got Imperfectly Cheryl and Thaddeus already popping off in the X chat. We really appreciate you guys, and we've got an awesome show lined up for you guys here today.
Oh, yeah. Before we get to kind of our main topic, Ratchet Hood Rat, Jasmine Crockett, we need to discuss what could be a huge, huge victory here for us. Trump tackles election integrity with sweeping executive order will punish states that don't comply. Now, this focuses kind of on 6 main areas, including the voter ID, cleaning up voter rules, and a number of other simple things, like such as paper ballots and requiring a paper trail that elections are auditable, accessible by the public. Honestly, if these things go through, I don't think the Democrats are going to be able to win anything. They'll never win a presidency again. I think they'll obviously keep some seats in the House, some seats in the Senate. But this will, in essence, defeat the Democrat Party in their vote fabrication operation. Let's go with that.
Man, this would be absolutely huge to get this across the finish line. And I'll tell you something else. Even just President Trump coming out and saying this and pushing this, it's going to help put the pressure on these rhinos at the state level who, run on Trump's coattails, pretend that they support these things, and then they never do anything. So if nothing else, this is going to help. There's patriots all across the country who've been fighting for election integrity in various different states. This is going to really help springboard that at the state level as well. I agree with you. If we clean up the election, this will be very difficult for Democrats to win, at least on a national level. And here's the thing. If we clean up the elections and they do win, we can accept that. We can say, you know what, I don't know why most of my neighbors are morons, but they apparently are, and that's okay. At least we would know that it was, a fair election. I'm okay with that. But and here's the thing. It's not just a conservative issue. You got, who was it recently? Was it Rosie O'Donnell? It was one of them who recently had indicated that they believe that the 2024 election was stolen. So, I mean, this is a bipartisan issue. It's a common sense issue. It's a winning issue. We've got to clean up our elections.
Yeah, bingo. Yes, it was Rosie O'Donnell. Let's actually go ahead and get to that here real quick as well. But over last weekend, I was watching some stuff just while I had it on the background on YouTube. And one of them was they were discussing how on Reddit, there's still a huge number of Democrats coming up with conspiracy theories regarding 2024. Everything from, Elon Musk somehow stole the election with Starlink, to just other nonsense, basically. That including even the Democrats gave this election to Trump, that it was intentional that they lost, that they didn't have a get out the vote effort in all these cities, but the usual nonsense. But maybe this is a chance to reach out across the aisle to those people and be like, you know what, we'll do a full investigation of 2024. We're also going to look into 2020, and we're going to get to the bottom of this. We're going to put measures in place that ensure there can't be electronic voter fraud, whether you think that was Elon Musk or the CIA or whoever you think it was in whatever election. We just take that card totally off the table, and we put in measures so that people trust the count. That was kind of the interesting thing when they were going through this Reddit post, or these Reddit posts, was they weren't all totally insane. Some of them on the left were even bringing up stuff like I love to harp on all the time, like Wisconsin, only they're saying, well, you know, Wisconsin's got these 9 million people registered to vote. Their population's only 7 million. All these extra voters were probably put on the rolls to vote for President Trump. Well, either way, we agree on the issue. We just don't agree on, how it was the fraud was executed. But even they see the problem there. So hey, you know what? Bring up a couple of these prominent people as well. We can address their concerns and our concerns at the same time. You know what? As we uncover voter fraud on either side of the aisle in this process, then we address it, eliminate it, prosecute whoever was responsible, and then have a real system in place going forward where this can't happen again.
Absolutely, and we're going to get some shout-outs really quick. We've got Sean over here in the Getter chat, and then in the X chat, we've got KJ USA, we got Misty Bradley, we got Magnetic Norse in the house. We're up in Michigan. We got Deborah Ann Scott. Really appreciate all you guys for tuning in. And Dan Dreyer brings up a really good point over here in the Rumble chat. It's includes what we're talking about and expands upon it, I believe. It says codifying these executive orders are a must, and that's exactly where I'm at as well. Republicans are in control of the House and the Senate, as well as the presidency. If we do not spend these next 2 years taking all these executive orders that President Trump is doing and actually making them official law, then we deserve to lose in the future, quite frankly. And I'll be somebody who's just as frustrated as anyone else if they don't do that. Now, it's important to remember, though, we have a majority of Republicans. It does not mean we have a majority of conservatives, and there's a big difference, obviously, and that's what we're dealing with. And so not only do we need to implement a lot of these things at the state level, but at the federal level, we have the opportunity for the next 2 years to actually pass laws to codify these executive orders such as election integrity. And if our elected Republicans in D.C. are not going to take the time and make it a priority to clean up our elections, then we're in a world of hurting, because if we don't do it now, then it's probably never going to happen moving forward. And here's the other thing. I don't understand, we're not in any position that we should have to negotiate or any of those things. Like, just take what President Trump just did, make it a bill, pass it, send it to the Senate, pass it, send it to the president, sign it, make it a law. But in some of these states where you do have to compromise a little bit, what I don't understand are these people who, it's already against the law for these machines to be hooked to the internet. So you have our side saying, well, they can hook to the internet, they're not secure, we have an issue. You have those on the left who, assuming they win, then they say elections are fine. If they lose, they say that that's not. But they're saying they're not they're not hooking up to the internet because it's illegal. So my argument is, if you are determined to use machines for voting, which I support. Mike Lindell, paper ballots counted by hand at the precinct level, and it should be live streamed for the entire world to watch it. I should be able to watch them count votes in Georgia from right here on my computer if I want to do so while they're counting those by hand, but for full transparency. But if you're determined to have machines, why can we not at least say that the machines do not have the capability of hooking to the internet? They shouldn't have a Wi-Fi card or anything like that. No capabilities of hooking to the internet, just for, once again, securing these elections. So this is a matter of national security at this point in terms of securing our elections, and our Republicans had better get this correct.
I mean, the good news is, supposedly Byron Donald's bill in the House that doesn't address everything that Trump just pushed through on this executive order, but it does address a lot of it. That needs to happen. But in the Senate, like I brought up yesterday, I really think if Democrats are going to try to sabotage things and filibuster everything, demand a 60-vote majority, we need to start making them go to the floor and actually do it. A lot of these geezers won't survive standing out there for 12 hours anyway to actually perform a real filibuster. So we got to fight fire with fire. We got to, I think, bring back the real filibuster. You can't just call it and then send everybody home. Make them stand on the floor. Make them stay out there for a week and a half if you have to. And the minute they walk off, call for a vote, and then it passes with a simple 51-vote majority, like any other piece of legislation. We need to take this power away from them and then just watch them cry about it in the media. But yeah, we got to check in on our friend Rosie O'Donnell over here. Rosie goes full election denier, claims Musk stole 2024 for Trump. Well, she's been one of the chief moonbats for a while, but let's go ahead and roll the video.
A lot of people did vote for him, yes. He accepts their their right to do that, their opinion often.
Well, I respect their right to do that. I question why. And is also best friends, and his largest donor was a man who owns and runs the internet. So I would hope that that would be investigated, and that we would see whether or not it was an anomaly or something else that happened on election night in America when Kamala Harris was filling up stadiums with people who supported her, and Donald Trump was not able to do that. So it's curious to me.
Well, first of all, Rosie O'Donnell's clearly delusional. And second, I want to congratulate Elon Musk on apparently acquiring the entire internet. I didn't know that. Maybe that's what they're so upset about.
You can't even make this up at this point, man. I mean, he owns the entire internet. I mean, this is insane. But once again, just proves the point, though. This is a bipartisan issue. I think that Rosie O'Donnell is completely crazy in every aspect. But I agree with her in terms of securing our elections. My question to her, though, is: Are you going to join us in actually securing the elections moving forward, or are you just going to, is this only a one-time deal because your person lost? That's the difference here. Trump won, okay, and we as conservatives are still saying we need to secure elections. So it's not, that we're just waiting until we lose to say those things. Like we've got control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency, and you still have conservatives who are capable of standing on principles and values and saying we still need to secure elections. Just because we won doesn't mean anything. We need to secure these elections. That's the difference between us and them.
But yeah, I like her comment too about no one's ever won all the swing states before. I guess nobody's told her about the Reagan 49 state landslide or the Nixon 49 state landslide or any other time in the past where the swing states have all been swept by one party or the other. I mean, there's numerous examples going back to the founding of our country. But nobody's accused her of being smart or well educated. I do find it interesting right now that you do have this element on the left that's questioning 2024, but we don't hear a peep out of it about it from any of their elected representatives. It's almost like they don't want us to investigate elections 2024, 2020, or anything else for that matter.
Absolutely. I got to clear some chats really quick. They're popping off. Everybody's loving to jump in on the Rosie O'Donnell thing. But in the X chat, we got MS66, we got Christopher Ashburn, we got Kevin Kim, we got Jen, we got G.I. Josie, Mike Jones. And if I missed anybody, we got one more. I'm going to get Lauren. Sorry if I said that wrong. SB. We appreciate you guys for being here. And Fed Up just jumped in too. So thank you guys so much. Somebody, I think it was Sean in the Getter chat, said, I agree with Trump. She's a fat pig. And then Dan Grayer says, well sighting on the coast of Ireland. Oh, wait, it's Rosie. Man the harpoon station. So everyone's loving this. And, I don't know how she thinks that Elon Musk owns the entire internet. But once again, if the machines are not hooked to the internet, then it shouldn't matter who owns the internet. So let's go to paper ballots, and it doesn't matter who owns the internet at that point when it comes to counting our votes. So glad to know that Rosie O'Donnell is now on the side of securing our elections moving forward. That's a win.
Yeah, it's a small victory from a very large person, so I'll take it. Well, Ratchet Hood Rat Jasmine Crockett's up to it again. She had a double yesterday. Facing censure, Rep. Jasmine Crockett mocking Greg Abbott's fiscal condition. Of course, she called him. But, honestly, I'm not really that mad about that. I think they're censoring her for the wrong reason. Letting her go out there, run her mouth, insult a disabled person, whatever, is part of the course. It's exactly what I expect out of people like this. I'm not even mad, I'll be honest. And I don't really care that she called Greg Abbott Hot Wheels. I'm sure he's got thicker skin than that. I'm sure he's, much more to pretend this is some kind of giant disgrace or whatever. It's exactly what these people do all the time.
Absolutely. Shout out really quick to Misty Bradley and Matthew Adams and Leonard Molina and Gina over here as well. Thank you guys. If you guys are new to the show, I see a lot of new names helping in the chat. We're live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, and we would love for you guys to continue watching us, like, share, subscribe, all those good things. But, this whole Jasmine Crockett thing, number one, she is one of the biggest phonies ever. If you go back and watch videos of her just a few years ago, she was not this hood rat person that she tries to portray herself as now. She's very much like Kamala Harris. Depends on who she's speaking with as to what accent she's going to use. Just be yourself, first of all. She tried to walk back the comment about calling Greg Abbott Hot Wheels, referring to him being in the wheelchair. Said it had something to do with something else that happened recently, but someone discovered, I love the internet sleuths, I love all the independent journalists out there, where she had been liking comments of over a year ago of other people calling Governor Abbott Hot Wheels in direct reference to the wheelchair, and she, so she was liking those comments over a year ago. So she's I'm 100% just lying about that. I mean, that's exactly what it referred to. But I agree with you. There's other things. It's amazing that was the thing that they decided to censure her over. We'll see if it even passes or if they can bring it to a vote. I'm not holding my breath on that. It's probably going to be like those arguments of impeachment from some of our patriots in Congress who filed articles of impeachment against these activist judges, and now they're just sitting there doing nothing. So hopefully the House Leadership, Speaker Mike Johnson, will actually bring those resolutions forward, and it would be fun just to censure her just for that thing at this point. Yeah, I think that's probably the censoring her. But yeah, the real thing would be the argument for the judges. Again, even if we know the Senate's going to block them, that there's too many rhinos leftists over there, but it's still something. It's still a thing on their record, as they like to say, and maybe it'll prevent them from moving up. And that's if we don't disband the courts in D.C. We're going to get to that here in a few minutes as well. But this one, they should be censoring Crockett for a new low. Jasmine Crockett physically attacks journalists for asking questions regarding her sick comments about Tesla and Elon Musk. And our audience, you may know this guy. He's not in the video, but this is Charles Downs, and we had him on several times. He was still a reporter with the National File. He's now Laura Loomer's producer. Great guy. I'm going to reach out to him, see if we can get him on here next week to talk about this and also just catch up with everything else he's been working on. But Charles Downs is the one she went after. Let's just go ahead and roll the tape real quick. Congresswoman.
What Congressman Crockett, Congresswoman Crockett, you released me on a Tesla takedown call calling for violence on the 29th. Could you clarify your comments? Congresswoman, we condone violence at the Tesla.
Again, par for the course. These leftists all resort to violence. I think, like I keep saying, they're just shifting back into what they've always been, the party of terrorism, violence, discrimination, racism. This is exactly who they are. So I'm laughing at some of the comments. So, first of all, Shelly P., shout out to Shelly. And then Texas Kimmy says, she's an attorney, talking about Crockett. She's an attorney. She knows the things she's saying are doing are wrong. And then Magnetic Doors, this is what made me start laughing. I can't help it. Says, if Abbott is Hot Wheels, then Crockett is African-American Barbie. And then he wrote, and I've seen this in my head as I read it, whoa, Black Barbie, and William. So, I couldn't help it. That was hilarious. So I wanted to read that comment up there. He did go and he did file a police report against her. Whether anything happens or not, I don't know. He also posted a picture of his hand where her fingernails had dug into his hand in the process of that. Yeah, and look, she should know better than that. And you can hear him. He's being respectful. He's not in her face. It's not like he's impeding her from walking. She literally reaches to the side to do that. It's not like he was blocking her from getting into her office or something. And if that was the case, I would say all right, he should have doing that. And, she should have done that, but I could see why she did, sort of thing. But what she just did there just kind of shows just the type of person she is. She's impulsive. She is full of rage, as most liberals are, and she could not handle being asked about the Tesla takedown stuff that she's partaking in, and that's really what it came down to. But yeah, and again, they're not afraid of the consequences. they don't think they're going to be held accountable when they do things like this to break the law. And again, this is very clearly assault. At the very least, I know some people might laugh it off, say, well, nobody was really hurt. It doesn't matter. I don't care. At this point, I want accountability, and these degenerates shouldn't be acting like this. He's a journalist. He has a right to ask questions. And again, she's participating in other, what I believe to be illegal activity, encouraging these attacks on private Tesla owners and Tesla dealerships. Guys, we got to take a quick break.
Before we take the break, as we're going to move on to a different story, I just wanted to say our good friend Thaddeus, who's been with us for a really long time, I didn't know this about you, Thaddeus. This is cool. He says, as a retired attorney, I'd like to weigh in. That's assault. So there you go. I'm with Thaddeus on that.
Exactly. Well, let's see Crockett in handcuffs, and let's see which code switching she goes with. Is she going to act all ghetto, or is she going to be more professional at her hearing? All right, guys, take a quick break, hear from our sponsor, and be right back with even more.
I hear every day about the products you all wish MyPillow carried. Well, guess what? We probably do. Slippers, bathrobes, pet beds, blankets, mattresses, sleepwear, loungewear, duvets, comforters, pot holders, aprons, oven mitts, and so much more. And they're all on sale. For example, get our best-selling standard MyPillows for only $14.98. Body pillows, $29.98. 6-piece bath towels or kitchen towel sets, just $29.98. Multi-use MyPillow 2.0s with pillowcase, $9.98. Save $40 on our spring percale and Giza Dream bed sheet sets. Any size, any color, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save up to 80% on all MyPillow products. And I've never done this before. When you spend $100 or more, you're going to get 2 standard MyPillows absolutely free.
Thank you for staying with us once again. The best way to support our program, all the programs here on X American News, by supporting our sponsors. Go to MyPillow.com or MyStore.com. Get yourself a set of bath towels, the pillows. I love the slippers. There's a whole ton of things on there. Not to mention supplements and other things available in my store, all from U.S. manufacturers. And it's an opportunity to support Mike Lindell and his fight for free fair elections, and support some other small business owners here across the United States. All right, guys. Well, we got one more violent Democrat we need to heal out. We also had this yesterday. CPUS the president assaulted a leftist wielding bike lock on Texas campus. And I believe this was also another tranny. So again, what is it with all these transsexuals and their need to assault people, burn down Tesla dealerships, shoot up cars, shoot up schools, for that matter? What is it with the left and violence?
Well, I mean, these people assault themselves. So, I mean, I would put anything past them in terms of doing something to other people. These people, we know, I mean, and I'm saying this, I know we joke about it from time to time. I truly, from a place of compassion, from a human being standpoint, like, they are mentally ill. Like, they truly are. And instead of helping these people and getting them the help that they deserve and the help that they need, you know, they're affirming that. That's almost like you go up to schizophrenic and saying, "Don't worry, man, those voices are real." And that's the same exact thing right now. I mean, you don't do that. You get them the help that they need, and so that's what it is. I mean, they're walking around and they've got these mental issues. They're told if they go get mutilate themselves that it's going to fix it. Then they do that. And it doesn't fix anything. So you can only imagine the rage, the frustration. Probably it's hard to even explain all the emotion. I'm not making excuses. I despise these people, but I'm just saying from a place of compassion that's true. And then I want to give a quick shout out to Daisy Fresh Print over here, as well as Jamie in the X chat, and then we've got FG in the Getter chat. And Jamie, if you can hear me. See you in the comments. Saying you can't see them. Try to go out and come back in. Maybe all the other comments are here, so they're there. You're just not seeing them for some reason or another. So, but yeah, these people are. It was completely assault. Hopefully, there's charges filed against this person. Once again, when you look at how small the population, percentage-wise, of the trans populations in this country, I would love to see a study done on that particular group of people and how much of violence that they're committing to kind of show and portray just the mental side of these people and just how violent and upset they really are.
Yeah, agreed. Well, speaking of mentally ill, let's go to this. Lunatic Rip Maxine Waters floats deporting Melania Trump, demands probe into her immigration status. And again, we know that there is no legitimate reason to probe into Melania Trump's immigration status. I'm pretty sure if this was actually an issue, we would have heard about it, in 2017. It would have been an endless calls for investigations. Had there been anything even slightly off with her entire process of immigrating to the United States, they would have dragged Trump through the mud for this during his first term. It's a fake issue, nonsense. It's just a way for her to get out there and spew her vile hatred again. I think she sees what's happening to the Democrats right now. They have no policy, no issues, no anything. All they can do is try to tear down what's happening. They don't want to make America great again. They want us, really right now, what they're doing is cheering for failure and wanting America to suffer economically and in every other way so that they have even a possibility of regaining power in 2026. But that's just not going to happen.
Lord, man, Maxine Waters, she's something else, I'll tell you that. It really just shows the point, too, like, we as conservatives, we support legal immigration. We're okay with that. No one is saying to deport people who are here legally. And so how they're building this bridge to get to deporting Melania is just absolutely mind-numbing to you as to how they come up with this stuff and think about it. And you got to remember, these are the same people. Maxine Waters is out here defending terrorists who invaded our country, who are raping, murdering, stealing from people, beating people up, sexually assaulting people, all these things, and they're defending those people. But then you have someone who is here legally. Forget that she's the First Lady of the United States right now. Let's just go back to the time before Trump ran. She's here legally and has been doing good charitable work for our country. And these are the people that they're focused on and trying to deport, all because, and they don't even dislike Melania. Melania, from my knowledge, doesn't really share a lot about her own political views. I don't really know where she stands on a lot of political issues. They hate her because they hate President Trump. She's never done anything to anyone that I can remember. All the things that she has taken up as the First Lady, the first term and the second term, were what I would consider non-controversial, not really political. It's more like, let's help the children sort of thing. Like, I don't know how anybody could be against any of the work that Melania has done up to this point. I don't understand where the hatred comes from, other than they hate President Trump. That's how crazy these people are.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of that she's ever really said politically was following the second Trump assassination attempt, basically saying it was out of control.
Charge my phone up a bit, and then I'm gonna go get me something to eat. Every time I try to run that formation, bro, it creates sheds, so I have to run that to the short side of the field. It takes too long to get open. 32.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Here's the longtime Bronco, Jason Elam, to get us started. And we are underway here in England. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here we go, son. Up. Sit high.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Emmett. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Here we go, son. Right.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And they are going for it. Fields, pitch and catch here to
Bro,
Travis
go
Kelce.
forward,
A
dude.
surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Smith out of the gun. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
They'll go play action with Nix. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brock Bowers, 31 yards. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Here we go.
Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
2nd and 10. Smith up the middle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Go.
Here's a give to Smith. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
Yep.
They'll run for it with Smith. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now it's Fields. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. A handoff to Smith. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll stay on the ground with him, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, reacting and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping it for a loss. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown.
What's this in myself? You right there. Pick it all.
Justin Jefferson, 56 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
So I gained a yard, but they made me lose a yard. I think it makes sense.
That's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that. There he goes, right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. Here's Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Man, they got to fix that. Should not be able to jump that at the last second.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on.
Let me get something to eat. That'll be better. Don't play myself when I'm on an empty stomach. We'll be back.